Hello friends, welcome to new video of political science for class 2 students, and it is for the students who are preparing for the examination that is in this month, and the chapter is Parliamentary Model and lesson 1. It is in B part and we are going to discuss MCQs and answers, right? So let's move ahead. This is our me, and this is the first question. We will discuss all the questions, and at the same time we will check the options properly and we'll try to find out which one is the correct answer, right? So which of the following is not the characteristics of the parliamentary government? If we talk about the parliamentary form of government, we know that there is a close relationship between the nominal and the real executive. There are two kinds of executive: nominal executive and real executives. For example, in England there is monarchical form of democracy, a parliamentary monarchical form of plus parliamentary. There the nominal executive is monarchy, yani monarch, the king or the queen, and the real executive is the parliament and the prime minister, right? So the difference in our country, if we talk about, so president is the nominal executive, whereas the prime minister with council of ministers is the real executive. So it means this answer is right. It means it is the characteristics of parliamentary form of government. And who is the real of who is the leader of the parliamentary government? He is the prime minister, right? And the fixed tenure of council of ministers, is there fixed tenure of council of ministers? No, he remains in the office until he is removed, can be removed anytime. The council of ministers can be removed, and it is done by the president on the advice of prime minister. So this one is not the characteristics. And if we talk about the control of legislature over council of ministers, it also is right. Council of ministers is controlled by the legislatures, and there is a relationship, right, between council of ministers and the legislatures, because council of ministers is chosen from the legislatures. So our answer is C. So first of all, the question, which of the following is not the characteristics? Not the characteristics. So this is characteristics, this is also characteristics, and this is also the characteristics of parliamentary form. This is not. So our answer is this. This is our answer. See, fixed tenure of the council of ministers, right? And this is not the characteristic, so it is our answer. You must check here what the question says, right? Good. Let's move to the next question. Which is a threat to the parliamentary form of government in India? Now, normally we will see the threat. Education can be a threat to any system, right? Any organization. Education is sort of blessing, so it is not a threat. We are trying to find threat to parliamentary form of government. So education is not threat, it is benefit, right? So it is not our answer. Collective responsibility, it is also not a threat to parliamentary form of government. Public opinion makes parliamentary form of government run properly in a good way, so it is also not a threat. So what is threat? Defection. Defection means it is basically a sort of system in which certain number of MLAs or MPs disassociate themselves to form other party or join other party. Through this they are able to scramble the government ਨੂੰ ਗਿਰਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ. So this is the threat to parliamentary form of government. So our answer is defection. Hope the answer is clear to you. moving to the next question. Question is, cabinet government is that from form in which the real executive is legally responsible to the legislature. So let us check out what the question is all about. The cabinet form of government is that in which a real executive is legally responsible to the legislature. Legislature means Sansad, the parliament, and the real executive is responsible. To whom it is responsible? To the legislature, right? So who said these words? Who said this? It is Dicey, it is Gardner, it is Gettle, or it is Asirvatham. Who said this? Let's see. Dicey says that Dicey cabinet form of government is that in which is founded on the fusion of executive and legislative powers. So it is not about the fusion of executive and legislative power. In this is cabinet form is that form in which real executive is legally bound. So Dicey is not our answer. Gardner says cabinet government is that system in which the real executive ministry is immediately or legally responsible to the legislature. It is similar but not the same. So it is also not the answer. Gettle. It is Gettle who says this. Gettle says cabinet government is that form in which real executive is legally bound, legally responsible to the legislature for its act, right? And Asirvatham has defined it differently. He says this may be defined as a system of government in which the real executive, the ministry or the cabinet, is legally directly responsible to the legislature for all its acts of omission and commissions, right? So it is also not the answer. This way, if we just remember different things, the starting points of the definition of certain writers, we are easily able to reach to the answer that on the probability basis that this is our answer. So Gettle is our right choice here. Okay, let's move to the next question. Next question is, which form of government is functioning or operating in India? Mainly there are two forms of governments that is working all over the world, that is parliamentary form of government, presidential form of government. Along with that, there are some where nominally monarch is the nominal head. So, and the dictatorship somewhere like North Korea, there is dictatorship. We talk about our country here. Do we have presidential dictatorship? We do not have dictatorship. What about the monarchy? Raja hai yahan pe? We don't have rajas also. Do we have presidential form of government like America has? We don't have. We have prime minister actually. So parliamentary form of government is working here in India. So this is our answer. Parliamentary form of government is working in India. Right. Let's move to the next question. Parliamentary form of government was adopted in India because of what? Because of what reasons? Right? See, we know that parliamentary form of government was first adopted in Britain. So British Parliament is known as the mother parliament or mother of parliamentary form of government. Britain is not. So, and we were under the rule of Britain. In 1990 and 1935, under the Government of India Act, they had already introduced parliamentary form of government. So, if we see it, it becomes clear that they have past experience. Responsible government, parliamentary form of government, executive is responsible to the legislature and indirectly to the people, those who choose legislature. So, this was also the one reason that we adopted parliamentary form of government. Then support of the members of the Constituent Assembly, those people who made the constitution, जो constitution the members हैं उन्होंने भी इस चीज़ में support किया था. So all these 3 points applies parliamentary form of government was adopted because of these 3 reasons. Let's check the fourth one is all of the above. So our answer is all of the above, right? Because all applies to it, this question, right? To this question all applies. Let's move to the next question. Characteristics or feature of parliamentary form of government is. What are the characteristics? Secrecy, yes. All the position holders are supposed to take oath. They take oath to secrecy. They cannot tell about the working or the secret things of their office. So secrecy is there. Political homogeneity. Homogeneity means eksarta. So in parliamentary government, though these days we have coalition form of government, but homogeneity, एक जैसे ख्याल रखने वाले लोग ही सरकार बनाते हैं, एक पार्टी में शामिल होते हैं. So that's why political homogeneity is required. Then we have leadership of prime minister. Yeah, it is there, leadership of the prime minister. So it also applies to it. Then we have all of the above. So this is also right, all of the above. So our question is, all of the above are the features and the characteristics of parliamentary form of government. Let's move to the next question. Threat or weaknesses of Indian parliamentary system. What are the threat of Indian parliamentary system? Weaknesses. Multi-party system. ज़्यादा पार्टियाँ होने की वजह से sometimes, or we have seen for the last 30 years, no party gets majority. In this elections only, last Lok Sabha election only, BJP got majority, though they have coalition with almost 40 political parties. But for the last 30 years, we have seen that coalition form of government is working. So we have so many parties, regional parties, central party. In center and national party, there are around 8 national parties, and there are so many regional parties. So the multi-party system is a weakness of the Indian parliamentary system. Then we have lack of healthy conventions. So we see that people anyway want to be in government. They if they have been alleged for corruption charges and so many other reasons, they do not leave their office. They have not set healthy conventions people to follow for coming people. So people have become selfish. This is one of the leaders have become selfish, one of the weaknesses of parliamentary form of government. Then we have lack of healthy public opinion. Public in our country are divided on the basis of religion, caste, thought, right, and these are the reasons they have not been able to form public healthy public opinion. This is also one of the weaknesses. It means all the 4 are right, so 3 are right, so all of the above is the answer. So our answer is all of the above. These are the weaknesses of parliamentary form of government, India, parliamentary system in India. Right. Moving to the next question. Suggestion to revitalize the parliamentary form of government is or are. Suggestion, किस suggestion पे हम parliamentary form को पूरे तरीके से पुनरुत्थान या पुनर्जीवित कर सकते हैं, revitalize कर सकते हैं. First of all, we need to ensure the tenure of the executive, ensure the tenure of the working of parliament, ensure that surety of tenure of the executives. Yeah, it also applies selfless. We need selfless leaders also. So it applies to all. So all of the above are the answers. Right? Is the answer. So if we want to revitalize the parliamentary form of government, we need to ensure the tenure of the legislature, ensure the tenure of the executive. Right? We need to have selfless leaders, and so these are the factors. So all of the above is the answer. Moving to the next question. Logic given by the supporter of the parliamentary form of government in its favor against the presidential form of government in India are. First of all, they say that we have here parliamentary form of government, right? And we have past experience also. But along with that, whatever the experience we have seen that the parliamentary form of system don't have any weaknesses. Actually, the people, those who elect leaders, legislators, executives, they are weak. So first point is weaknesses of the people who elect, not the system. It means parliamentary form of government is not weak, but the people who elect here, who are in the system, they are weak. So this is the logic given by one. First logic applies to it. It is right. Second logic, there is need to create proper atmosphere. We have not created proper atmosphere, proper job facilities, proper education facilities, awareness, and still we have around 25 to 30% uneducated people. They are not politically aware. They are not aware about their rights, their duties. they are not socially aware, politically aware, so they need to be aware, and a proper atmosphere is needed to be created. So it also is right. This is also right. Continuous evaluation is required. Continuous evaluation of the working of the system is to be evaluated is required, because same kind of people we choose again and again, and they're working or not. So system, if the people who are running the system are corrupt, the system will never improve. So proper evaluation is required. The corrupt people should not be chosen. For that, atmosphere is and awareness is required. So all above applies to it. This is the answer. Let's move to the next question. Parliamentary form of government has been criticized on the following grounds. Parliamentary form of government has failed to bring stability. Yeah, for the last 30 years or 40 years so, we have seen there was government of coalitions, and problem of government falling before its tenure is been seen. So it has not been able to bring stability so far. So it is one of the reasons of criticism we have here, right? And next, a parliamentary form of government has led to the politics of alliance and defections. Yes, alliance, coalition government, and defection, leaving one party, joining other party, or making another party, has bad examples have been set, and there is lack of collective responsibility. Those who are in power are not responsible for the failure of their ministers. They just want to be in power in any way. So all these are the factors that have been on which ground this parliamentary form of government has been criticized in India. So this is the answer. All of the above applies to it. Hopefully you got it. This was a few questions from the chapter Parliamentary Model. Hopefully you got it, and how to solve it you understood. And now I would like you to share it with your friends, so that they may try to find out it. Even these points, if you remember, these are some of the points that if you keep in mind, it would be helpfully answering in for the marks, two marks questions, and also for 4 marks question if you are able to explain these properly. So thank you, best wishes, God bless you, take care, bye bye.